Good afternoon or good evening, folks. It's time for the Sports Report with Gary Patterson and I. And we're not going to mess around. We're going to get right to it.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight.
Yeah, a lot going on.
But first, pot driving panel meets. This is our legislative process in work here, folks, for us all to see. They have discovered a couple of foul things.
Okay.
For
Tax dollars
instance,
at work.
Yeah, right. They have a tough task. They realized that they have no one on the 13-person commission that has been a victim of illegal impaired driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's no one really to speak for getting hurt by one of these drivers.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, this is a quote from the, I think the chairman. I think the commission has a lot to do in a short period of time.
Okay.
Data on fatal injuries in the state of Washington shows that pot-impaired drivers are 6 times more likely to kill others than alcohol-impaired drivers.
Is that right?
Yeah.
6 times?
6 times.
Holy mackerel.
So the chief of police of Chelsea, who's on the board, says, what's going on here? There's definitely a sense of urgency in terms of having the right tests in place to know how we are going to test people to see if they are in fact impaired. Mary McGuire, a AAA Northeast representative on the commission, said she has research that shows the percentage of drivers in fatal crashes more than doubled in Washington state between 2013 and 2014 after recreational marijuana was legalized.
Huh.
Fatal crashes doubled. We just want to, this is good. This is Mary speaking.
Mary, okay.
We just want to make everybody aware that driving high is dangerous and not an option. The number of fatal crashes on our roadways is increasing across the country. It's absolutely imperative we do everything we can to keep roadways safe.
Okay.
For years, the number of traffic fatalities were trending downward, she added, but that is no longer the case. Drugged driving and distracted driving is part of the trend. We'll do everything we can to reverse that. However, the great legislature here in Massachusetts has been talking about a ban on handheld phones for talking or
texting.
For texting. Yeah. Well, they can't seem to get a
Been talking
consensus.
about it a long time.
Yeah. And now they've reached the point now where the black community is risen up and said, we don't want this because this will be one more reason for the cops to stop us. So it has ground.
And they accepted that answer.
Well, listen, I don't think we got the cream of the crop as far as intelligence is concerned into the State House. But these people on this commission are talking about urgency.
Yeah.
How's
that working out?
Yeah, how's that working out? Man, only once that in my recent memory has the folks under the Golden Dome really reacted and really jammed through a piece of legislation in less than a week. And that was because of a terrible wave. I mean, an absolute reign of terror by some guys on the MTA trying to take upskirt pictures of women.
Yeah.
They managed to ram that bill through in 4 or 5 days. Here we've got a crisis headed our way,
Essentially.
and they're fiddling
Yeah.
while, and they're going to start selling this stuff. It's going to be legal. We don't have any tests on how can we possibly do field sobriety tests
Right.
on these people. Things like that just don't exist.
But they have figured out how to tax it. That they got down.
Well,
They
you know,
figured
you
that
say
one out.
that. You say that. But did you see the Supreme Judicial Court judgment this morning on the millionaires?
Yes.
Yeah,
That it was,
they
you
threw
couldn't
it
put
out.
it on the ballot.
Yeah.
Couldn't put it on the ballot.
So, I mean, here these clowns can't even get that right.
Yeah.
If they wanted another $2 billion in income, if it was necessary, why didn't those clowns have the guts to say, I'm introducing a bill to raise our taxes $2 billion. Let's all vote on it. Let's stand here like courageous men and women.
You know the answer.
Yeah,
they're all their donors.
Yeah,
And they're all their donors.
that's right. Yeah. And
If they raise their taxes.
yeah, and by the way, you know something, Gary, if you vote on this, you know that $1,000 that I donated to your re-election campaign last time you ran? Forget about it.
I need it for taxes now. Sorry. You're out.
You know, if this wasn't so serious,
Yeah.
it would be laughable.
Yeah.
I have nothing but contempt.
So they don't have a way to determine.
No. But
Does
yet,
Washington State?
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Colorado?
Does anybody? No.
Doesn't sound like
but
it.
yet, they legalize this crap, and then they say, gee, please don't
Clearly
cry.
those stats are troubling.
They're very troubling.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those stats were around. They chose to ignore it.
Right.
Well, I predict some real problems.
But it was really the
rolling down
voters
the
that decided to ignore it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, here's what happened. Those guys up there couldn't. They didn't want to do this. I don't think. I think the rank and file, I know leadership up there didn't want to do it. Baker didn't want to do it. Bobby DeLeo didn't want to do it. So, but here's the people. They didn't have the guts to say no to the people. So
Right.
the people said, fine. And then we'll get an initiative petition up. We'll put it on the ballot. And that's what these bums do all the time.
Right.
We don't have the guts to vote something like this in or turn it down. So we'll just muddle with it. The people will get mad. They'll put it on the ballot. And then we'll just wipe our hands of the whole thing. Yeah. This is representative government run amok. Bad stuff.
Yeah.
Now let's turn over to good stuff.
Okay.
Back
to sports.
Back to sports.
Yeah. Okay.
I shall not hear any more bad stuff.
Okay.
Until we.
Well, you
get into
never
some
know.
of
It depends
the
what we're
debate.
talking about. Okay.
Well, yeah, Barry Trotz is probably not
Barry
a happy
Trotz.
guy today.
Yeah. How about that, huh?
Yeah, what a bum that. That's a bummer.
So I read a little bit about that. You know, he wanted a 5-year deal, apparently. So he made $1.5 million last year. Apparently, he actually had a clause in his last contract that if he won the cup, he got an extension.
2 years. And
At 1.8.
okay,
And that's what his problem is,
yeah,
right?
I guess they sort of kind of said to him, maybe we can stretch it up to $2 million.
He wants a Claude Julien deal.
Well, why not? I mean,
Right.
he's certainly accomplished more than Claude has.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, Trotz has been good no matter where he's been.
Yeah, I was trying to remember where he has been. He's been,
Down in Nashville.
yeah.
Yeah. And now,
remember
what, 14 years down there or something? But here's one of the complaints of the owners of the Washington Caps. Well, you know, if we gave him 5 years and he's been here 4, that's 9 years.
9 years, yeah.
Guys don't have long shelf life when they're
Right.
coached. Some don't,
Yeah.
but some are good.
And, about a third of the way through the season, there was talk they were going to fire him. And I don't think anybody saw Washington as a Stanley Cup champion at that point.
No, they didn't.
Right?
Oh, so contender.
They grew into it. He was their head coach.
Yeah. He's a no-nonsense,
right,
defensive kind of coach.
Right.
Physical players.
So why aren't the Caps saying, look, we'll give you 3 years at 2.5?
Listen, 3 years at 3 or
3 years
something
at
like
3.
that.
Yeah.
For heaven's sakes. But instead, now, if they get off to a tough start next year, the fans will absolutely crucify ownership down there.
There's already talk of him going to the Islanders, I think, right?
I think that's the only team with an opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, he could have said, I don't like this deal one bloody bit, but it's automatic, so I'll take it and keep my mouth shut. But I'll tell you something, if somebody comes knocking on my door, I'm resigning and see you later. He would have said that to himself, I think.
Yeah.
But it would seem to me that if ownership were decent people, they would have said, come on, let's get together.
It seems like there was problems with the relationship before they won the Cup.
Because the assistant coach was told, you cannot talk to anyone else.
Yeah.
We're denying you that privilege. We want you to stick around. So that meant
you'll be the next coach.
You are coach in waiting,
Yeah. So we'll see how it works out.
We'll see how it works out. Yeah.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a question. Last time I checked, this was June 19th. Red Sox are 49-24.
That's pretty good.
They're up by a half a game.
Yeah.
You happy? Unhappy?
Overall, I'd say I'm happy so far.
Yeah,
I have concerns going forward. I think they got a couple of holes that would be nice to fill, and I'm not sure how they're going to fill them.
But
because they don't have a lot of talent to trade.
At the end of March, after we had recovered from the Ides of March, and we were sitting here pontificating,
I would have been thrilled.
And that's it. I was just going to say, if I said to you, Gary, it's going to be 49-24 on June 19th, almost halfway through the season.
I probably would have told you you're crazy.
Yeah. You would have had me locked up.
Because they still don't have a legitimate left-handed reliever?
Well, all kinds of questions.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if we'd said Hanley's going to get off to a good start, and then they're going to get rid of him.
Now the reason they're not hitting is because he dumped Hanley.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get.
Well, the world sure beat a path to his door as we sit here. Nothing.
Yeah, if he's this offensive weapon, how come nobody's knocking on his door?
Yeah, and it's been, 3 weeks?
It's been a long 2.
So now you're looking at, if you do sign him, you're probably going to have to send him on a rehab assignment, let him play for a week.
Yep. Send him down to Florida or something. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It could be done.
It could be done. Yeah. But you know what? I think it's going to take an injury to a team.
I don't know.
I don't know. What they say, well, we've got to get it back.
The one hole in Houston is first base. The Yankees are a little soft at first base after Bird got hurt again. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
the Astros
or even the Mets. The Mets offense is pathetic.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
The Astros have won 8 in a row, though, the last time I checked.
They're a good team.
So, yeah.
Keep throwing those starting pitchers at you.
No, I got to throw one at you. I get some notes here, no particular order.
Okay.
Just, I don't do this to confuse you.
Oh. I'll see what I can do.
See. Ty Buttrey is a relief pitcher down at the Paw Sox.
Yeah.
They had him last year down at Portland. He's throwing 98 miles an hour out of the bullpen down there. It's a slow gun down there, too.
Huh. 98?
98.
Righty or lefty?
Righty. Uh-huh. They got another righty, and I forgot his name already. He's throwing 96 out of the bullpen.
Huh.
So the Red Sox, Nick Cafato, and Nick Cafato's had a bit of a, I don't know, a change. He's almost rejuvenated or something, but he's writing some more interesting stuff.
Oh, that's
he's
good.
Getting better than he was last year. But he even mentioned in his column, the Red Sox may not be too quick to pull the trigger on a 34-year-old relief pitcher. with young me and Buttery down there firing and striking out people like crazy.
Yeah. Need a lefty, though.
Yeah.
Need a lefty.
I get. Oh.
I want the guy from San Diego.
Uh-oh.
Hand, I think his name is?
Yeah. I've got his name. I'm going to go off the rails here again.
Okay.
The NFL morons, including Tom Brady,
Yeah.
disrespected the flag, our country, and our military, and then come out with this disclaimer. It was only about police violence and police unfair treatment of blacks. It had nothing to do with the flag or our servicemen or our country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if that's true, this kneeling is a very poor vehicle they chose to bring about change. And Brady said on Oprah, he respected everybody that did that.
Yeah, that's just Brady being Brady.
Yeah, that is. Instead of him pointing out the bleeding obvious here.
Yeah.
So
TB12's not going to do that.
nope. So
No.
I
It's all
don't.
about TB12. So.
I don't think Cutie Pie at home is going to let him do it.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe that's it. So anyway,
It's all about the brand. He needs to be
That's
neutral. He needs to get both sides to buy into the
Love.
TB12 lifestyle.
how about the lifestyle of Tyler Thornburg? He's down to Pawtucket, allegedly pitching.
Yeah.
Had a terrible outing 3 or 4 nights ago. They were ahead by 1 run. When he got through, they were down 3, and they knocked him all over the place.
Got nothing?
Nothing.
What a shame.
In fact,
How old is he? Is he still in his 20s?
oh boy, 27 maybe,
Yeah.
28? And even Cafado said this was a pretty lame outing.
Yeah. Well, that's not good.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. And of course,
We had high hopes for him.
you know what? So did I.
Yeah.
So did I. Stephen Wright turned in another dandy
Unbelievable.
performance.
When he's on, he is tough.
He really is tough. Yeah.
Because he can throw strikes. He doesn't walk a lot of guys.
That's right.
You can get that thing over.
He's mixing in that 87-mile-an-hour
Yeah,
fastball.
and it's very
occasionally.
effective.
Yeah.
It's very effective when he throws that
Yeah,
after
when-
a 75-mile-an-hour knuckleball.
Yeah, when they throw a piece of
Yeah.
junk up there, and then all of a sudden you throw a fastball in there, yikes.
Can you imagine if you had a knuckleballer who could also throw 95?
Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that
He'd
would
have
be
people spinning up there.
that would be the worst of all worlds for hitters. Matt Barnes.
Yeah. I don't trust Matt Barnes.
Nope, I
I've never
don't either.
trusted Matt
Nope.
Barnes. He's on the team. That's okay. I don't like him in high leverage situations.
And I don't like him, even though he's got a 2.51
I know.
earned run
He's been
average.
okay. He's actually been okay. He's
But
had some
Control
foul-ups.
issues.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Is the walks. The walks
Yeah.
drive me crazy.
Yeah.
He throws so many pitches, and he's at 3-2 on like every hitter.
Like the perils of Pauline
Yeah.
watching him pitch. Swihart.
Yeah, not happening.
Yeah,
He needs some playing time. I'm okay. I want to see him get some at bats, but
see, if I had a chance to sit with Cora, and he said to me, what can I do to do a better job, Bill? I'd say, well, define Swihart's role. Never mind this.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him some at bats, but
super
what am I going to do with
utility guy,
him?
right? They'll play him
Yeah.
anywhere.
So he doesn't really have an answer.
No.
What are we going to do with Vasquez?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it all depends, if somebody looking for catching. Vasquez is tradable. I mean, he is a major league catcher. If somebody's got catching problems,
Okay.
maybe you move him.
Now,
So can you be? Are you okay with Swihart playing a significant number of games behind?
Well, I tell you what, if we were able to get value for Vasquez,
Yeah.
say we got a left-handed reliever that's 35, supposing we get what's-his-face from Baltimore,
Yeah.
and throw Vasquez and somebody else down there, a prospect.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have any problem if I didn't feel comfortable with Swihart behind the plate, bringing Danny Butts up,
Yeah.
who is a decent defensive catcher with a good arm. 30 years old, he can't hit his weight, but
these guys aren't either.
But neither does Vasquez.
Yeah, these guys have been.
Now, I'm going to bring up an observation that I have made.
Okay.
Vasquez is not getting a lot of strikes.
No.
Umpires, it seems to me, are squeezing the Red Sox. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's this right here.
Yeah, the way he catches. He swipes at the ball.
He brings it in.
Yeah.
He brings it in on practically every
Yeah.
bloody time. And the umpires are saying, you're not fooling me, Christian.
Right.
And if you keep it up, it's as though you're insulting me that I'm going to be too stupid to not realize
Yeah, we've
what
talked
you're
before
doing.
that I think he's very overrated defensively.
I
He
do
has
too.
he has a very good arm.
Yeah.
He does have a great arm,
He does.
and he can throw, but he is weak on low balls.
And he's
And
slow.
it burned him just a couple of games ago.
He's
he tried
slow.
to swipe at the ball.
Yeah. Slow getting the ball down a second
Yeah.
as far as elapsed time is concerned.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Jerry Remy
I don't know that
even
you're going
said
to get.
that
I don't
on
know if you're
TV.
going to get a lot of form, honestly.
Not at 211.
You know, you need some team that has a catching crisis. You know?
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That you got somebody that's going to be out for a month, and
Yeah.
we just
Contender-
really
I'm a
don't have
contender.
much else to catch. So let's get Vasquez. So we still need to define Swihart's
Why can't he catch?
role.
I mean,
I think he can, but the big thing was the couple of pitches didn't feel comfortable with him.
Get
Now,
over
whether
it.
that was real or whether that was
Yeah.
crap, I don't know.
okay. Well, that's where we got Cora and the pitching coach, and
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Make it happen.
I got some more observations in here to address exactly what we're talking about. But I'm not letting you off the hook yet.
Okay.
All right. Jackie Bradley Jr.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would trade him in the right trade, but I'd want to get something of value. I'd be a little more prone to sit him down. He's starting to hit a little bit.
Yeah, he got that 9-iron that he put
Yeah.
over the center field wall.
Yeah, he's got to, so, I mean, when he's producing offensively,
He can
because
get
he-
hotter than a
right.
cheap frying pan.
right.
But how much longer are we going to wait for that frying pan to heat up? I don't.
He's a streaky guy, though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he could go and hit 10 homers in August. You know?
Boy, I'll tell you, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, me too.
All right,
Everybody
now,
is.
Mr. Cora, I
Yeah.
got one more thing here, and then we can get on to other things. Let's maybe give Velasquez a little bit bigger role out
Yeah.
of the bullpen. All this guy does is come in and throw strikes.
Yeah, get people out.
Yeah, and get people out.
Yeah, I'd be okay with him seeing more of Hembry's time.
Bingo.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what do we say
They're
there
still
for?
bringing Hembry into big situations.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he's too old to take to the junior prom, so
yeah,
I see no reason to keep him on the shelf out there.
yeah,
So anyway, now Kimbrel.
yeah.
Now, I heard a theory, and I saw it mentioned on the internet. The theory is that it doesn't want to work in non-save situations, lack of concentration or some foolishness. And the guy said, nah, he doesn't want to work in non-save situations. He wants every single save situation, however, because this is his walk year.
Yeah.
And the more saves he gets, the bigger pile of gold he's going to get when he goes free agent.
I think he's resigning here.
Do you really?
Yeah. I mean, where's he going? He's not going to the Yankees. They re-signed Chapman.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. He's got a heck of a resume.
You know?
I mean, he's effective as all get out. But, again, going back to Nick Cafado, there's a lot of interest in Joe Kelly as a closer.
Well, I like Joe Kelly right where he is, in the 7th and 8th innings. I'd like to see him pretty much exclusively be the 8th inning guy. Him 8, Kimbrel 9.
So Joe is going to say, I guess I'll have to go free agency to get paid.
Yeah, well, I think we have him for another year, at least.
One more year, I think, yeah. Because remember, he had some big league time with St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
I just don't know who's going to pay Kimbrel more than the Red Sox. I mean, who is that?
Well, now,
You know?
the Red Sox have got a bunch of guys that they're going to have to sign.
Right.
And this is a pretty big slug of terrific free agents coming.
Yeah, it is.
I would think the Red Sox would like to play poker in this game.
Yeah. Machado?
Yeah. Trout.
Yeah.
The guy down in Washington.
Yeah, stick Trout in center field and move JBJ for whatever you can get.
Well, here's another. I might just as well call this the Cafado show.
Okay.
He talked about Jones from Baltimore.
Adam Jones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good player.
He
On the back
doesn't
nine, though.
know whether he has some. He's not sure that Jones is going to okay a trade because he's a 10-5.
Is he 10-5? Yeah.
Yeah. And he really likes Baltimore. His family is happy there. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, so bad, though.
But he's kind of going to have to phase into a corner outfielder pretty soon.
Yeah.
Now, if the Red Sox were to make a bold move and rent Jones for a year, he could always go back and sign with Baltimore.
Yeah.
But that would be the end of JBJ.
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah, because he'd take JBJ's at bats.
Yeah.
And at 292 or 289, I'd rather have him up there.
What's Jones' contract status? Is this his last?
This is it. This is walk year.
This is his walk year.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So would the Orioles take JBJ even up for him? They might.
well, it's JBJ has got one more year to go, and then he walks.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might.
Baltimore's in a rebuild.
Baltimore. See, there's nobody in charge down there.
Yeah.
Duquette, his hands are tied.
Yeah.
Showalter
Buck,
he doesn't know what to end his
He's just
job.
waiting to get fired.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I think Duquette is too.
Yeah.
But Brady Anderson is apparently the golden boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ownership loves him.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. But Adam Jones in Fenway Park,
Yeah.
that would, I think, work out.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good player.
He is a good player, and he's good in the clubhouse. He's a leadership kind of guy.
He is, yeah.
If Pedroia would let him lead.
Well,
Yeah, Petey's the leader,
kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Nunez.
But only because there's kind of a void.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Nunez. His hitting is tailing off badly, along with the D.
I am not a Nunez fan.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really not.
He was lightning in a bottle last year.
It raises the question of, do you need a second baseman?
Yeah. Well,
You know?
we'll have to get to the next page here.
Okay, the next Nick Cafaro
And,
article.
and Cavado also said Rafael Devers is 6 feet tall and weighs 240 pounds.
Yeah. He's beefy.
Yeah. J.A. Happ is going to be a great pickup for somebody. I'm predicting that right now.
Okay.
And Carson Smith had the operation. He's gone for a year. Those two trades really worked out nicely.
Yeah. That and Thornburg and
Yeah.
it's like the Dombrowski curse. It's just like when he was in Detroit. He tries to get relievers.
Yeah.
He makes moves to get relievers. It just doesn't work.
They don't. Tyler Thornburg came in out of the bullpen, holding a 1-0 lead. He allowed 4 consecutive hits, 1 a 2-run homer before getting an out. He left the game after throwing 15 pitches. He was charged with 3
Holy
runs.
mackerel.
That's a pretty ugly.
It's a lot of damage for 15 pitches.
Boy, he had to work hard to get that done. Cavano, Sox need a reliever and a hitter. So he put a few names out there.
Okay, good.
Machado.
Yeah.
Would the Red Sox trade Divas straight up for Machado?
I wouldn't.
Well, I think it all comes down
Unless
to
you
would
get
they be willing to pay the $35 million a year that Machado is going to get from somebody?
Right.
He's a superstar.
But if you're willing to pay it, you're going to be able to pay it at the end of the year and not give up Devers.
Well, they might. I think they can win the pennant with Machado much easier than with Divas.
Yeah.
And especially after a game the other night there when he booted a couple of them.
Now, if you want to raise the stakes a little bit
I'm ready.
and talk about Machado, Adam Jones, and the reliever there, the lefty reliever.
Britton.
Who's just
Zach
coming
Britton.
back from the injury. And I think they're all up, right?
Yes, they are. They're all
up.
ready
They're all
to
on
go.
the block. So if you wanted to talk about something like that, where we rent Machado, we're still going to have to sign him after the year, and he's going to go to free agency. Jones, same thing. Britton, same thing. For Devers and JBJ. Now I'm interested.
Yeah, but let me finish your statement. And Benintendi.
And then I'm out.
Yeah, because they may be desperate to unload.
Now, if
but
you want
there
to talk
are
about
teams
another,
that are going to give them a lot more than that.
You want Matt Barnes? You want
Yeah, you can have them. Yeah.
right? You want Pomeranz? I don't know why you would, but you want Pomeranz?
Well, he's slightly damaged goods.
Right.
I tell you what,
You bring in those 3 players, though. You're looking pretty good.
I'm willing.
Assuming Britton's healthy.
Yeah, assuming that. He's been in 3 straight games.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's very good.
He is tough.
He's a closer, though. But he'd be a left-handed reliever.
We may lose our closer. Our closer may walk. Yeah. So Adam Jones, and now Mike Moustakas.
Yeah.
262, 13 home runs, 46 RBIs, can play either third base or first base.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's what we need right now.
I don't think so. Are they talking about him?
Yeah, well, no, this is Cavado kind of picking his way through who's out there.
Yeah.
And these are the kind of
since
players
we're talking
you might
to the
consider.
Orioles anyway, can we also talk about the second baseman, Scope?
Scope 212.
Had a terrible year. Had a terrific year last year.
Yeah.
Has had an awful year this year.
Yeah.
But he's a good young player. You know? We're stuck with the Pedroia.
Well, let me tell you something.
Our neck for the next 3 or 4
if we want
years.
Scope 2, then Benedetti's going to have to be in the deal.
Yeah, you'd have to definitely sweeten that deal.
Boy, I'll tell you. Yeah. I don't think that's going to get done. Adrian Beltre. He said Beltre is available. Texas going no place. And for half a season. He also said Jed Lowry, 284, 9 home runs, 37 ribbies. He's a switch hitter, and he can play every position on the infield.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm worried about second base. I am not a Nunez fan.
And
his defense is
probably
awful.
Lowry's best position.
He's a statue out there.
Yeah.
He has no range.
And Josh Harrison from Pittsburgh Pirates.
I'm not familiar with him.
293. Hey, he's another guy. He can play here, there. He's got a little pop in his bat. Been around for a while.
Well, I want somebody who can play second base defensively,
just-
because we can always stick Brock Holt at second.
Yeah.
But he's not a good second baseman either.
No, but he's a better second baseman than Nunez.
The Nunez, absolutely,
Oof.
he's a better second baseman than Nunez.
How about
The other problem, Nunez, even though he walked twice the other night, he doesn't walk enough. He just goes up there hacking. He doesn't walk at all.
No, not at all. No, in fact, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just.
Evan Longoria, batting .245 for
Yeah.
San Francisco, breaks his hand.
Bad move by the Giants.
Bad move by the Giants. Yep.
Yeah.
How about this for a bad mood? Kellen Winslow Jr.
Yeah, sounds like he's going to jail.
Yeah, when they release all this information, he raped this woman, he raped that woman.
Yeah.
He's got a one-way ticket to
Lock
the
him up,
slammer.
baby.
Yep. A major article by Cafrado, a big one, a long one. The
Cafrado's on a roll.
question was, are the Red Sox running out of patience with JBJ? Now, usually the old Nick Cafrado would never have said that because he was buddies up there. And
It's a fair question.
It is, and he seems to think that maybe they are.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Now, now I'll have to ask you a question. Do you think, when you see an article like that, do you think the Red Sox are playing stalking horse with Cafrado and saying, Nick, write this, will you? And see if we can get some fire instilled in this kid, or if he rejects the article, then the hell with it, we're going to can him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they do use the media, of course, just like Danny Ainge does. And,
Sure.
Bill Belichick does.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a couple of hockey writers that Harry Sinden used to play like a cheap violin.
Yeah.
I mean.
So are they frustrated with him? I don't know. I'm frustrated with him.
Yeah.
You're frustrated with him. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't they be frustrated with him?
I think we all are.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's in shape. It's not like he's gotten fat drinking beer every night.
I mean, he's the ultimate streaky guy. My greatest fear would be trading him, and he's going to go somewhere, and he's going to hit .330 the rest of the year.
The Yankees.
Yeah.
Forever. The worst signing we didn't do. Nelson Cruz.
Yeah.
Big Papi begged.
He tried.
them, Yeah,
Big Papi
to
really
sign
tried.
him. He hit a 448 home run the other day out there. He's got 17 for the year in a big ballpark.
Yeah. He's basically hit 40 years since that time.
At the age of 38.
Yeah.
And boy, I'm glad we ignored Big Papi. We wouldn't have wanted him. Where would we have played him?
Yeah.
Okay. Just got a couple more things here. Pedro was talking on the internet, and so I don't know whether it was really a quote or a semi-quote or whatever.
Yeah.
But he said, a lot of guys are throwing 95 or 100 miles an hour, but they're not pitching. They're just throwing. Bingo.
Yeah. Matt
That's
Barnes.
boy. Yeah. Those are pretty good words, I tell you, from a
think
guy
that's,
that knows about pitching.
Very true.
Yeah.
Because if they could pitch, they'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They'd be dominant. If they. Yeah.
Erod.
Erod. It's the year of the Erod.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. After all these years, Erod is told to stop nibbling and challenge hitters and to work faster.
Right.
Who the hell were the previous pitching coaches and managers that didn't have enough brains? Was it Larry, Curly, and Moe that were running things?
Yeah.
I mean, this is absurd.
He's having a career year, right? They're 13-1 in his starts.
Yeah.
13-1.
Yeah. His record is 9-1 now.
And he's 9-1.
Yeah.
So, he's another one, though. He's not a 32 start a year guy.
No. Did Kyle Willis not see him out there?
I don't know. I mean, his history, all these little rinky-dink injuries, right?
I just,
And even now, even though he's 9-1 to 13-1, he still can't get through the fifth inning without throwing 100 pitches. I mean, he's a 5-inning starter. If you're lucky, you get 6 out of him. That's it.
And I blame the catchers too.
Yeah.
For not saying, "Come on."
But part of it is, they've sped him up, I guess,
Yeah.
because he took forever to throw. He nibbles. 2-1, 3-1, 3-2.
And I
foul
think
ball.
for lack of someone else to credit, I'll credit Jerry Remy
Yeah.
because he said right on television, he says that guy has got to start challenging hitters.
He's got
Stop this nibbling. He's got great
He
stuff.
does have good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, part 2 of talking to Cora.
Okay.
Cora, tell the X-Man to stop the head first sliding. Just tell him.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do it, if he does it again, say, right down there on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sit down for a couple of games. See if you can understand that process.
Yeah.
If you can't, stay down there.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to see you break a hand and lose a season over this.
Yeah.
And again, once again, who was coaching this guy? Larry Curly and Mo? You would have thought that somebody would have stopped this beforehand.
At some points, especially when they slide into first. That's the worst. I can't stand that. We learned in Little League.
Yeah.
Run through the base.
Yeah. So now we
Get
got,
there faster.
I'm all done with this. I'm going to give you this to read.
Okay.
Red Sox must weigh the cost of the Machado pursuit by Nick Cafado. And that's, by the way, they picked up Adam Lind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good signing.
Good signing, but he hasn't hit yet.
No.
Down there, he's struggling around
Depth in the
220 or
organization.
something.
That's,
Yeah. Time to do the hustle. Bradley's best hope is to bunt more.
Did you see the game the other day
Yeah.
when he came up and, first of all, they didn't have him bunting on the first pitch. Then they had him try to bunt in the second pitch, and it was just pathetic.
Yeah.
If you looked at the replay, the form, again, you learn that in Little League.
Again, Larry Curly and Mo.
I had no idea.
What do they do in spring training besides drink beer?
Yeah. But, it's one thing if your power hitters don't know how to bunt. But Jackie Bradley Jr., he's got to know how to bunt.
He's got to.
Yeah.
And with his speed.
Yeah.
I mean, jeepers, creepers.
But that, was actually a very big run that they didn't get in that game. They had first and second, nobody out. I think it was actually the 8th inning in Seattle, maybe the Saturday game.
By the way,
And he couldn't get it done.
do you know on D-Day that, the military always has passwords?
Yes.
They change it every day.
Yeah.
On D-Day, you know what the password was?
I know this one. I can't recall, but I do know this
Mickey
one.
Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
All right.
All right.
Now, let's try the Celtics while we have some time.
Good.
The end of the season report card.
Yeah.
Aaron Baines.
Yeah. I'd give him probably a B minus.
How about B plus? That's what they gave him.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
He did his job.
Did his job. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's, a
Al
12 to 15.
Horford.
I'd give him a B.
B plus is what they gave him.
Okay.
Shane Larkin. That's almost incomplete.
Yeah.
I would think. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, it was a good year for Jalen in terms of development. So I would give him a B plus.
Yeah, they gave him a straight B.
Straight B?
Yeah. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, when he played, I'd give him an A.
That's what they gave him.
But when he played,
Well, injuries are injuries,
Yeah.
but what he gave you when he was out there.
Kyrie's a big question going forward, though.
He's
a big question.
And
he's another guy. He doesn't play 82 games.
no.
I don't think he's ever played 82
Almost sounds like he's not happy.
Yeah.
He's starting that stuff again. the contract,
Yeah.
the money. I want to go, man. He didn't say I want to go.
Well, he's going to wait.
later.
I mean, I thought he was pretty honest in saying, I'm not doing anything now. And he has to leave like $40 million on the table if he were to sign an extension now.
Yeah.
So he's not going to do that. Danny gets that. The NBA, you're getting to the point where the great teams, you're only going year to year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody has opt-outs. They just all opt out.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
But if you own them, you
Management's.
can pay them more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So you know.
But these opt-outs, this is the owners giving
Right.
these contracts out. So I mean, if anybody is up for criticism, it's the owners
Right.
for not holding the line. You know.
I mean, talk about a one-way street, especially with guys like Durant. You know?
Yeah. You know,
Well, we'll guarantee $32 million. You know, it's not like we're saying $1.5 million here. It's
Yeah, right.
$32 million.
Yeah.
But if you decide, but you have the right to opt out if you think you can get 33. I mean,
All this may work out all right for us.
but if you break your ankle and can't ever play again, we'll still pay you 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
they
don't
negotiate.
understand a lot of
Yeah.
this stuff. Greg Monroe.
Yeah,
See.
Yeah, that's about right.
Could be even worse than that.
didn't expect much, didn't get much. Didn't pay anything for him, so
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what? They got him off the street.
yeah,
Yeah. And that's what they got.
got him for practice.
Yep. Marcus Morris.
I'd give him a B.
B+ they gave him, and I'm not sure they.
I don't
see that quite.
If he was more consistent,
Yeah. If some of those threes that he
had-
was pooning up there at the end of the games were
he had
going
some,
in.
he had some really great games.
He did.
But he also had some games where he couldn't
He
throw the
is
ball in the
a
ocean.
very strong
when he-
physical player.
And when he can't throw the ball in the ocean, he
Goodbye.
just keeps shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not afraid to shoot.
Semi Ojalai.
Yeah, I'd give him a C.
B-. Yeah.
He can play D.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I'd give him a B.
Give
He's
him,
such a force
they
defensively.
give him an A.
For me, he needed to shoot a little better to get an A, but I don't have a huge problem. He is such a force on the court. I love Marcus Smart. I'll tell you right now.
Tell you what, and I've used this before many times, but boy, if I was going down a dark alley
Yeah.
at night and I could get one person to come with me,
Take Marcus.
they'd take Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a tough dude.
I mean, guys like him are hard to find.
That's right.
You know, it's going to come down to ultimately, do you keep Rozier or Marcus? And I want Marcus because I think you can replace a Rozier type
I think
easier.
you can too. I think there's Rosier's around.
What Marcus brings is, he's like Draymond Green
has
in
got-
that respect.
He has
you know?
got
He
that
just brings
toughness.
so much intangibles.
And he wills things to be
Yeah.
done. And he leads by going down on the ground and wrestling for balls.
Yeah.
And he's saying, come on, guys, look at me. Look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm killing myself out here. And that becomes infectious.
And he's never afraid.
No.
He's never afraid.
Gershon Yabusel.
Incomplete.
Yeah, see, they just, Abdul Nader. A B?
Yeah, I'm not a big Nader guy. I think he might be
No.
gone next year.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I mean, strong finish. So, I'm okay with giving him a solid B, maybe a B+.
B is what they gave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playoffs were B+, A-.
Yeah.
Just the playoffs.
Well, Rozier, there's
again,
upside with Rozier.
There is upside.
There is. Yeah.
And it's in finding his consistency.
Yeah. Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Love him, right? How can you not love him? I'd give him an A. First year player.
If you could possibly give him a AAA, I'd
Yeah.
give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he just did everything.
He's going to be a superstar.
He is. Yeah.
Which is why when you think about the Kyries and the Kawhi Leonards of the world, you've got another one
This kid.
budding right here.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about, potentially building a super team.
Now, I've heard talk, again, I don't know why I even listen to these people on the radio, but on the sports talk shows, that they think that Jaylen Brown could be traded. But he's got a lot of upside left too. I would
the only
not
way
like
I
to
think
see
he's
him traded.
the only way he's traded is in a huge
A
deal.
blockbuster.
That's either Kawhi Leonard or Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see him going anywhere. Seen it, Bill?
The
So-
coaching,
I'd give him an A.
B+.
I think he's
I don't
outstanding.
understand
I
this.
think he's outstanding.
Yeah. Now, the midterm grade was an A, and the final is a B+. The second half of the year, he got knocked down the full.
It doesn't make sense
This
to
doesn't
me.
make sense at all.
No.
I mean, we've probably got the best coach in the, well, arguably, with
Right up there.
top three.
Right up there. I think he's right up there because his players love him.
Yep.
And
Now-
they play hard for him,
Here's
and they believe in him.
Here's the
they all
opposite.
talk about his,
management.
timeout plays out of
Yeah.
timeouts, and
Yeah. So, management, Danny Ainge.
I'd give him an A too.
Yeah, they gave him an A.
I'm very
Do you think he did a better job than...
No,
No.
they're a team.
Yeah, you're right.
But Danny fleeced the Lakers. He wanted Tatum all along. He picked up that pick, which is now the Sacramento pick next year, which could be a lottery pick. Either way has value. If he wants to do something big this year, he's got another key asset to do it. If he wants Kawhi Leonard.
Now, he comes with a bunch of baggage, too.
Leonard?
Yeah.
Well, injuries. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but, I don't buy it. I've heard a lot in the last night, especially that Kawhi Leonard's a top 5 player in the league. I don't think he's a top 5 player, but I think he is a top 10 player. I mean, I think he is that good. And, the question is, are you willing to just make the move?
How many balls are we going to have? This team's going to require about 4 of them.
Leonard doesn't need the ball, and I was watching Jalen Rose last night on ESPN saying he thinks Kawhi Leonard is not one of the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah.
And he averages 20, and before, not last year when he was hurt, but the year before, he averaged 25 a night.
Yeah.
And he's the best defensive player in the league, according to Jalen Rose.
Now, switch.
So-
This is the
Jaylen Brown and the Sacramento pick, I would think hard on that.
yeah. The
And then you got it for 1 year.
yeah.
It's like the one and done's in college now. It's coming to the pros.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Jason Tatum. That's like...
That's why I say,
That
how many
is-
balls are you going to have?
Well-
but this.
But they don't all need the ball.
No, but I tell you what, though. We
Run
have
the
to
offense through Horford, just like you did
have
this
to be
year.
careful who we give up, because we're
Yeah.
going to need a strong bench to
Right.
keep the effort going.
Well, I want Marcus back,
Well, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if you don't have to trade Rozier in that deal, which you might, right? So if it was Jaylen Brown, Rozier, and the Sacramento pick, I'd probably end up doing it,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
Yeah. Len Bias died 20 years ago,
It's more than that,
22
isn't it?
years ago,
Yeah.
32 years ago,
Yeah, one
1986.
of the most unbelievable shockers ever.
And any of you young folks out there that accidentally are watching us,
Yeah. While you're flipping around, yeah.
Len Bias was a steal for the Celtics.
Yeah.
He was the number 2 choice
the draft,
overall.
yeah.
Red Auerbach pulled another one out of his hat, and he got this kid. And the kid had it all.
Yeah.
And he was a good kid.
He certainly seemed to be.
Now that was a big thing Auerbach loved about him.
Yeah. Good family.
Yep. So the Celtics drafted him, number 2 overall. And Lenny Bias, now you hear all kinds of different stories. Lenny Bias went out partying with the cocaine,
Yeah.
overdosed, and died.
Yeah.
So
That night.
that night, yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, one of the all-time shockers.
Yep. And if it could happen to Lenny, it could happen to anybody. Yeah. Now,
He was going to be the transition out of the Larry Bird years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we lost the other kid,
And Reggie Lewis. yeah.
Reggie Lewis. Yeah.
But Bias, I mean, watching him at Maryland, he came out of the University of Maryland, and he had a terrific NCAA tournament that year, carried that team. That team had nothing but Len Bias. I think they went to the Final Four.
Yeah. And, Kevin McCahill said he thought Bias could have been the best player on the team,
Yeah.
become the best player on the team.
Yeah,
he had it all.
He was Michael Jordan-esque.
Yeah.
He really was.
Yeah.
He could do everything.
Now, one story I heard was that he was clean. He had never done drugs.
Yeah, well,
He got picked number 2 overall. He listened to his buddies. Let's go out and party.
yeah.
And the rest is a very unfortunate history.
I'm not sure I believe that, but
You know what? There's some stuff that came out afterwards that said, well, that's right, maybe not really quite the story. I don't know.
yeah, he was
And
from Baltimore, right?
That's right, yeah.
And it was a
And
tough
guess what?
neighborhood.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Doesn't mean he wasn't a good kid, but
That's right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it wasn't
yeah.
untouched
Well,
by...
may not have been quite the angel he was perceived
That's right, yeah.
to be.
It can happen, boys and girls, let me tell you. Just quickly, we're down to the last minute of the show. The Bruins, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, they're going to make some moves, I think.
Yeah, but they're looking at Ilya Kovalchuk.
Yeah,
He's only 35.
35, yeah.
Yeah, been out of the league 5 years, playing over in the Russian league. Let's bring him back. That's
Yeah.
or we'll re-sign Rick Nash. How about this? I would do that if they could figure a way to get rid of David Krejci, sign
Yeah.
them both.
Yeah, well, supposedly some people have called on Krejci, I heard. So, which I would definitely take that call.
Boy, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Hannafin? They're talking to Hannafin, right? They loved him in the draft.
Yeah.
They couldn't get him. Supposedly he's available.
Yeah. Supposedly, yeah. Now, what's
grew up
that
in
tell
Norwood.
you? What's that tell you?
Yeah, well, he has not reached the peak yet.
Yeah.
He's not fulfilled the
But when
hype on him.
you draft
But-
18-year-olds,
Right. That's what I was going to say. I don't even think he's 22 yet.
21.
He's 21 years
Yeah.
old. So they loved him in the draft. He's from Norwood,
Yeah.
right? Be a local hero.
Yep. It makes sense to me. Now, if we have to give
What do
away
you got to
the-
give up? I don't know.
Well, Torrey Krug.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
That ain't going to happen one and one.
And you're going to have to throw in some forwards, and as long as they're not named DeBrusque or Donato, I'm
That's
okay with that.
exactly right. Yeah, we get Zanuck or
Yeah. They got a lot
yeah.
of kids coming through this, a lot.
Yes, they do, and they got some folks down there that they haven't been able to bring up yet.
You want to include the kid from Notre Dame?
Yeah,
Bjork?
You're right. Yeah,
Fine.
throw him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, friends, we've done it. Another
Unbelievable.
report. It's unbelievable.
It is.
It is unbelievable how we keep on doing this. It's just beyond comprehension. But you know what? We're going to do it again.
Yeah.
We're going to show you we can keep it up. Friends, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful beginning of summer,
Yes, enjoy the summer.
and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. I'm sure the Red Sox will do something.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, good night, folks.